Hello adventurers, it is I, Soulist Venture, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today it is a Thursday, and on Thursdays I'll be continuing my series for this month of October. And the idea is to try to get that element of surprise out of your solo tabletop RPG adventures. So the title of the series, it is called Lean on Mystery, Not Monsters. So while we try to lean on that mystery and not simply roll on tables for monsters, our goal is to play to find out. So last week we uncovered our first point here, which is to not map everything out, right? And you can create certain anchors that you can place throughout your adventure to visit next time. Another point is to focus and narrow your focus specifically on the adventure prompt. And for any side quests, that could be another anchor that you can visit next time. And then the last point for this idea of not mapping everything out is to play to find out, right? So you explore the world and let it grow organically. All right, so now for my next point, use your senses. And I love using my senses because I feel like that invokes the mystery and it also helps me stay very immersed in the adventure. So besides thinking about what your player can see, think about what your player character can hear, can smell. And so I think engaging the senses also just add a lot to your session. So for today's imagery, we have here a very strange looking mountain. And you can see that there are giant birds that are flying around this giant mountain, and a very strange circular shaped clouds are surrounding it. And so I wonder why? I wonder what is it about this mountain that calls the giant birds to this strange place, right? So when we use our senses, I'm thinking about if this is my POV, or not mine, but I guess my character's POV. I'm thinking, does this character, do they feel cold? Do they feel wind against their skin? Do they smell anything odd? Is there like a strange fire, or is it cold? Does it feel like damp? Is it raining? And so those are different things that you can think about as you are venturing through your solo journey. So for point 1, engage the senses and don't rely on the facts. So describe how something feels. Like you don't need to define what that quote unquote something is. So think about what that particular something feels like, what it smells like. Do you see or hear it move? And let that unknown linger. That is the best way for you to invoke that mystery. So instead of describing, or not describing, instead of telling something as it is. So let's say you are in a dungeon and you hear footsteps. So you would probably assume, okay, that's either an NPC or a monster. You don't need to roll on the tables just yet. You can actually write out a short list of sensory prompts to kind of help you, give you hints as to what this could be. So you don't need to roll to find out what it is just yet. So I made a very basic table here for senses where we will be using a D6. So for 1, I have light. For 2, static. For pulse, that is, for 3, that would be pulse. For 4, slick, or like sticky. That's what I was kind of thinking of. 5 is dim, and 6 is gritty. So when we roll for our senses, let's say we have our adventurer entering into a room, and let's see what senses are engaged. So we roll. Okay, so we got a 4. So slick or like sticky. So as our adventurer is entering into the room, he starts to notice, he looks down at his feet and he sees that there's like this weird green gooey stuff that's stuck to his boots. And he's trying to like move and trying to like wipe it off, and it's not coming off. And so you wonder, what is this strange green goop? So again, you don't need to roll to find out what exactly that green goop is. You can just let that linger and keep playing. Now, for number 2, let the environment answer your questions. So upon entering a new room, right, so such as our adventurer here, or it could be a new environment, doesn't matter, roll to ask the oracle if it's safe. So if it is not safe, then we can roll to see what senses are engaged. So we can use the table that we used up here, or I have this other one where it's sensory clues, like maybe there's a certain sound, a certain visual, or a scent or touch. Or for 6, I kind of put emotional because I was thinking maybe there's something about this room that invokes a certain personal emotion onto the player character. So I was just thinking about this the other day as I was playing my games, that this particular table, so my Thomas Signum, so I was thinking that this particular resource that I made, I love using this if I am coming across a room and our adventurer spots something on the walls, on the door, maybe even the floor or something. So I thought it would be really cool if we can even use this in our example today. So let's see, we can say that our adventurer here, so he is entering into a new room. So let's say this is the entrance here. Okay, so he has come into this room, and let's see, what is the first thing that he notices? I can roll for a sensory clue. So let's roll 1d6 and see. Okay, so we got a 4, so visual. So he sees something. All right, so now let's describe what he sees. So we can roll for senses here and see. I keep getting 4. Let's get a different one. 5. Okay, so we got dim. Okay, so I am interpreting that as it is most likely dark. Okay, so it's a very dark room. Is there anything around him? And let's see, we can now roll for our mythic here, and let's see on our fate chart. So we will see what exactly is kind of in this room. So it is dark, and I'm going to ask the fate chart, is there a maybe like a statue in the room that's invoking that like darkness? So it's a 50-50. Okay, so we got, oh, look at that. So we exactly got 50. So that is a yes. So that means that there is a statue, and this particular statue is kind of adding to the darkness. It's kind of, I'm kind of picturing it as here is a statue, and it kind of absorbs the darkness. So we'll say here that there is a statue. And now we can roll for the Thomas Signum, and let's see if there is a particular symbol on this statue, and let's see what it is. So we can roll. Okay, so we got a 3. It is a heart. Very interesting. So heart usually means love, emotion, kindness, health. And so I'm thinking this particular statue, so since it is kind of absorbing the darkness in this room, kind of thinking that it could be the opposite of the positive kind of meaning of this. So I'm thinking it could be a broken heart. So I'm wondering if this statue, maybe it's a statue of a woman and she is sad. And maybe why she's sad is this, she's holding a broken heart. So a woman is holding, oh my God, I can't spell. Holding a broken heart. Okay, so again, that is an example of how to add and engage your senses. And now we are going into our third point here. Learn to take partial, and I really mean it, partial answers when things are revealed. You don't need to know every single detail, right? So think about what your PC can put together as they are venturing through. Yes, you are the GM, right? As we are playing solo tabletop RPGs, right? But your PC doesn't know the info that you as the GM would hold. And so no, you don't always, as a player, you don't always need to answer the question of why. So as we are going into this statue, so I am going to switch into my GM mindset right now. I want to know why this particular statue is here. And so I think for me, I kind of want to use my behind the name and tool here. And I know that this is more for PCs and PCs, personality and backstory generator. But I thought it would be cool to use this to see why this statue is here. And so I think what I'm going to do is, I'm actually very curious. I kind of want to kind of see, which table was I thinking? Maybe like goals. I feel like I can kind of come up with something using this particular table here. So 17. So 17 is finding true love. Okay. So that is a perfect reason here as to why she's here. So how I am piecing this together as a GM. So this particular woman, she is entering into this dungeon. Okay. And she was searching for her true love, searching for her lover. But unfortunately, I would assume that because of the broken heart that she's holding, that represents that maybe the love that she had for this person, it wasn't reciprocated. So not reciprocated. So this person didn't love this woman back. And then I wonder if there was like a particular monster or something who turned her into stone, and now she is a statue in this room. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like maybe there's a monster in here that turns her into stone. And so that is something that we are going to be kind of searching now as a GM. We're leaning into the mystery of like what's going on here, the idea behind the statue. But the player, of course, may not know that yet. So that is how you use and engage your senses to kind of invoke that mystery and to just keep things interesting. Because I know for some games, it might feel really dull if you just keep rolling for monster, is the room safe? And like, oh no, there's another monster. And then, I don't know, I just feel like it's very easy to kind of get wrapped up in just the gameplay like loop. But I feel like it's also really important to like pause and really engage your senses to kind of see what is going on. And I honestly feel like with this particular kind of adventure prompt that I just came up with, I'm also very curious who this monster is. Did this monster kill the lover who didn't love her back? Or did the lover actually end up turning into a monster? And now this particular lover is lurking in the dungeons now, trying to find other creatures or people to turn into stone. So yeah, that is how you use your senses. I really hope that that example was helpful for you. And if you are having any trouble with coming up with your own tables, honestly, my biggest tip is to just Google stuff. Like, there are a lot of tabletop RPG resources that people have made. There's like a ton on itch.io. If you need like a bunch of different tables, I'm sure there are things out there for you. Or I also want to say to try to test and use that creative brain of yours to just think of different things, think of different words. Think about when you would go into a dungeon, what are certain words that do you think would pop up as you are looking into this dungeon? Like, is it cold? Is it hot? Like this example, is it sticky? So anyways, I hope that was encouraging, and I really hope that those are some good examples and good tips as to how you can use your senses. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope again that that was very useful. And then next week, I will show you my third point in my series to lean on mystery, not monsters. All right, well, thank you so much, adventurers. Until next time.